This is Jatan Badiwala, and I'm going to walk you through this video of a laparoscopic guided VP shunt insertion in an infant. Under general anesthesia and endotracheal intubation, the infant is positioned supine with the head rotated 80 to 90 degrees to the left side for placement of a right-sided occipitoparietal VP shunt. You can see that we've marked out a curvilinear incision over the parietal boss. The skin incision is made using a blade and taken down to the level of the pericranium using monopolar electrocautery. A small window of bone is exposed, leaving the surrounding pericranium otherwise intact, and a burr hole is crafted using a knife and kerosene rongeur. Here we have a general surgeon assisting with abdominal access. To establish pneumoperitoneum, a small periumbilical incision is made, and the peritoneum is punctured directly with a Veress needle. The abdomen is insufflated with CO2 to a pressure of 12 to 15 millimeters of mercury. Thereafter, as we see being done here, a 5 millimeter port is inserted through the same incision, and the laparoscope is introduced into the peritoneum. A peel-away needle introducer, which will be used to place the distal catheter under direct visualization, is inserted in the mid-epigastrium. The peel-away sheath is thereafter passed over the introducer. A tunneler is passed in the caudal to rostral direction in the subcutaneous plane to join the cranial and abdominal incisions. The distal catheter is fed through the tunneler, and here you can see us exercising a no-touch technique. Only instruments are used to handle the shunt tubing. The distal catheter is connected to the shunt valve. Again, we're using instruments only and not our gloved hands. Now we turn our attention to ventricular access. The dura is opened. We like to use a technique whereby monopolar electrocautery is applied to bayoneted forceps with the tips closed and placed on the dura. This creates a relatively small opening in a controlled fashion. Intraoperative ultrasound is used to assist with ventricular catheter trajectory planning. The proximal catheter is passed to cannulate the ventricle under ultrasound guidance. The catheter is advanced to about 4 to 5 centimeters where the ventricle is encountered. The stylet is then removed and the catheter is soft passed to a depth of 7 to 8 centimeters from the outer table of the skull. The ventricular catheter is connected to the shunt valve. Again, no-touch technique. The distal catheter is then passed into the peritoneum through the peel-away sheath. And the advantage here is that under direct laparoscopic visualization, we're able to ensure that the distal catheter is in an appropriate position within the peritoneum, and we can also confirm shunt patency and distal flow. The peel-away sheath is then removed, and the abdominal and cranial incisions are closed in standard fashion. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it useful.